The Fashion Design and Merchandising program started as one of the programs being offered by Benilde in their evening classes during the 90s. But now, as the school has grown and the industry has evolved, now it's a standalone program. It is a Bachelor of Arts in Fashion Design and Merchandising. We see the program being unique among other fashion schools in the Philippines as we take a holistic approach in our education. We concentrate in the design process together with the business aspect of the industry. We are the only school in the Philippines that really concentrates in textile and surface design. In fact, our pool of faculty finished textile design abroad and also chemists who have practiced in the industry as fashion designers, who have finished degrees abroad, who have taken master classes, who are specialists in their field, and are able to transfer their knowledge to our students through pattern making, sewing, and draping classes, wherein all of these facilities are available also in our school. They're in fact addressing both the science in fashion and of course the design aspect of the material itself. So we also take different trips, may it be local or international. We also have field trips in garment factories like big Korean factories here in the Philippines so they can understand the process of producing their clothes. There's only one benchmark to know if you really have succeeded in the industry. It is by having your own target market at the end. At the end of the day, no matter how good your design is, unless somebody buys your product, you won't be considered successful in this industry. You have to sustain your business and your design aesthetics to be really part of the industry and really leave a legacy.
Our course is Fashion Design and Merchandising. We're the first school, or we're the pioneer school that offers this type of program. We don't just cover the design side of the industry, but we also cover the business side. And that's the edge of our program compared to the other schools in the Philippines. I started as a stylist first, right after graduation. I wanted to be in the design side of the industry, so I became a wedding gown designer. And then the doors opened for me for merchandising. So I became a merchandise manager for the top retail companies in the Philippines. I focus more on the fashion line development, retail management, visual merchandising. I teach because I want to inspire. I wanted to share what I've learned when I was working in corporate side of the fashion industry. We don't just teach for a living. We are immersed in the industry. So we share what we know and what we've learned to our students. When you teach something that you're passionate about, you think would influence the students or future designers or future merchandisers, that it makes everything better.
The Fashion Design and Merchandising program in Benilde is one of the most comprehensive fashion courses you can take in the Philippines because it covers a wide variety of areas in the industry. It's a very diverse course. You really kind of get a feel of different aspects in the industry. The interest in fashion has always been there. Ever since I could remember, I've always loved clothes and loved drawing clothes. After graduating, the main career that I want to focus on is fashion design, but I'm open to any other career that comes my way. Besides school, I work professionally. I co-own a store in Escolta, and I have a line of clothes there, a line of hand-painted tote bags and leather accessories. I also do made-to-order designs under my own name on the side, and I design for a line called Interweave, which is under Habi, and we use hand-woven textiles from Negros. It's a lot, but I love everything that I do, and I love the flexibility that Benilde gives to be able to do that. Benilde, I think, is a special case because unlike any other campuses, you can look however you want, and there's not really much judgment. It helps you not be afraid to express yourself. That freedom of expression kind of pushes you further in terms of your creativity, pushes your critical thinking as well. The people that work here, they help you explore what you're capable of and explore what you can do in the industry that you want.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for making it this afternoon and joining us online and on-site for the Fundación Sansó awarding of the Benilde Fashion Design and Merchandising Top 10 and Top 3, and our first ever Interiority of Design workshop participation. To welcome everyone today, I would like to ask our chairman, Mr. Jack Chiatico, to have the floor and welcome everyone. Chairman Jack.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's really such an exciting occasion to, be able to work together with the people here. Those of you who are very talented, and we're going to award them today, no? So, congratulations to the 10 winners, right? The 10 winners. Yeah. Congratulations. Let's give ourselves a warm round of applause. And then also to the participants in the workshop, right? I think that hopefully this is going to be just the start of new beginnings, because Mr. Rubenel Sansó, who is the artist that this museum represents, was is a very, very talented artist, and he did so much, as you all already know, for textile designs, working with top brands like Synergy. Bianchini Ferrier used to get Mr. Sansó's textile designs and supply them to all the top brands in Europe. And his culminating show was a show where he did the textile design for Balenciaga. So I guess you guys are the new Balenciagas, new Rubenel Sansós, and I hope that with this effort, we will continue to make sure that his legacy lives on. But the world is yours, the future is yours, and congratulations to all of us.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Chiatico. And for the first part of our program, I would like to acknowledge three important people. This will be with regards to our Interiority of Design workshop. Earlier this year, we were able to collaborate with the Epiphany Collective so that we could apply the Interiority of Design approach to a select batch of visual artists. Interiority of Design is basically being able to align our core values with how we create art. And interiority design helps us recognize what is important to us as creatives and how being able to align ourselves with what we do, with the purpose that we have being here, makes us better artists. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome transformational coach, educator, and interior designer, Michael Pizarro, to tell us more about it.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm deeply honored to be here. What started out as a simple hi, hello, and a phone conversation ended with a celebration of how creativity manifests through art, through the visual art, of course. So yeah, I'm so excited. This is just the first, hopefully, of series. Interiority of Design was one of the pandemic stories. It was a very personal story for me, and it was the first time for the theory of transformation from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology to be applied in the creatives. The goal of Interiority of Design is to bring back the creator in the creation. And how's that? Ito yung pagkakataon na hindi lang ang isang makina ang gagawa ng isang bagay. Hindi lang ang kamay ang gagawa at nabubuo ng mga bagay-bagay sa paligid natin. Kung ang puso ay mabibigyan ng pagkakataon magsalita, magsagawa ng isang bagay na magta-transform, mag-iiba on how we see things. Ito yung goal ng Interiority of Design. It is a personal and collective effort on answering the basic question in life. What is the future asking of us? So I'm so excited and looking forward on how everything will unveil, how the future will emerge, not only with our artists, but also with the entire visual arts community. So I will remain a humble servant of Fundación Sansó. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Michael, please join us. Michael couldn't do it alone, of course.
Yes.
And for those who are wondering why Fundación Sansó partnered with Epiphany Collective, it's because Mr. Sansó has always supported young artists. Earlier, in around 1980s, he has allocated his own personal funds to help students at the UP College of Fine Arts who were hard up financially in pursuing their career. Fundación Sansó pursued this advocacy of Mr. Sansó by having our own scholarship with Bulacan State University and partnerships with other schools. However, we believe that art is not only about what we learn from schools, but it's also developing the inner artist in us. And so that development through the workshop conducted by the Epiphany Collective was carried out with, of course, the help of teacher Eric Cruz, who is here. Please come join us to be acknowledged. Thank you. And teacher Anna Patricia Cruz. No, they are not married, and they are not brothers and sisters. And though they're not here with us right now, Toy Imao and Robert Alejandro also contributed. So with this, I'd like to ask Teacher Michael, Teacher Eric to award the certificates to our 6 artists. Yeah. May I call on Miss Abby Felix? Yeah. First batch of our IOD.
Wow.
Yeah. Come here. Come here. And then, perfect. Thank you. Miss Genevieve Lazaro. Yeah. Here from La Union. Yeah.
The surfboard girl.
Yeah. Mr. Glenn Martinez. Miss Nick Bautista, she cannot join us because she has class. Mr. Ron Corvera.
Celebration.
Celebration, yeah. And this summer, the GIA. Yeah. This is the first of what will be successive batches of our interiority of design. So one photo up, and then we move to our main event. A successive kapihan with our interiority of design workshoppers so that more people could understand what it is about, and it will be on FB Live, being flashed on the screen at a later date. So I would like now to call on the chairperson of the Fashion Design and Merchandising program of the Benil College, Ms. Olive Lopez, to join me.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. And the top one, we would like to thank Fundación Sansó for this great opportunity. Thank you so much. It started again with a conversation with Ricky. It took years before this inclusion. It's so ironic that it happened during a pandemic, such a time as this. Thank you, Sir Kiko, for giving us this opportunity. We congratulate all our students, for giving their effort, their best. And we commend the Fashion Design and Merchandising program for evolving. Thank you to our faculty, our mentors, Ms. Vicky Katigbak, AJ Tukpalan, Ms. Christine Bennett, Ms. Lydia, Ms. Tal, all the participating faculty for making this happen. Indeed, we're very, very happy. It's our first time, and we congratulate. Of course, thank you also to our parents, for supporting their children, for making them achieve their goals in life. May this be not only the last, but this is the beginning, of paving way for creativity and Filipino talent. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so for those who came in late online, as we said, that it was because Mr. Sansó created textile designs from the 1950s to the 1960s. And this was the inspiration for the students to create their looks for today. And from around 70 students, we've narrowed it down to 30 and then to 10. And then we will have our top 3 today. But before we do the awarding, we would like to present something to the FDM program. As a token of our appreciation, we would like to present the textile book of Mr. Sansó for your library. Thank you so much. A small token of our appreciation and our collaboration, and we do hope that it will be continued. So please stay here while we recognize the first 10, the top 10 students. So I would like to ask, maybe Ms. Green could give the certificates to them.